Hey everyone, welcome back to Untapped Draw. I have my co-host Alex. First time he's showing up on the show, but hey, you're gonna see a lot more of him. Today we're gonna talk about two Kaldheim spoiler commanders, Toski and Halvar, mono white and mono green, and we know how mono white is with just Magic in general. But we're gonna talk about some cards to that in combination with these cards are definitely going to fit strategies and stuff. So, hey Alex, how
I'm
you
doing
doing?
pretty good. Halvar, God of Battle, 2 white white. Legendary creature god. Creatures you control getting double strike when they're equipped or enchanted. And he's giving you the ability to cheat your equip costs at the beginning of combat. I saw a look at Colossus Hammer. Just being one colorless and not having to pay the 8 equip and just getting a 10/10, nuts. Actually insane. And I was also looking at Varek Battlethorns. Equipped creature has trample and can't be blocked by more than one creature, while also still giving you that double strike. You're kind of swinging now. And
Yeah,
then to
hey,
help a little bit find what you're looking for, but still allowing you to get a little bit of wiggle room, I also took a look at Witch's Eye for one colorless, one tap scry. I'll take it.
okay, yeah,
It's giving me the
little
ability to
pseudo card
yeah, it's giving me
advantage.
the ability to thumb through my deck, and it's still also giving me that double strike. I'll take it
Yeah, especially because it can be a little hard to draw in mono white,
for
so you
sure,
can kind of just rummage through your deck a
for
little
sure.
bit.
I was also taking a look at Arcbound Crusher with 4 colorless artifact creature who just has trample. He only enters the field as a 1/1, but every time that an artifact enters, you're gonna put another 1/1 counter on him. That boy can get big fast,
Oh yeah,
especially
yeah, that
with
card's
the
great.
fact that Halvar himself is also an equipment.
Yeah, it's interesting having that your commander be your equipment, so you could cast Halvar's equipment side on turn 2 if you
Yeah,
wanted to, and that's just kind of Magic is
for
changing, man.
sure,
It's
for sure.
changing.
Yeah, turn 2 2-0 equipment with vigilance. I'll take it. That's pretty good. And I was also looking at Transcendent Master for one white white. He's a level up creature with a level up of 1 cost. He enters the field as a 3/3. At level 6 through 11, he gets lifelink and is a 6/6. And then at 12 plus, going lifelink and indestructible 9/9. It's pretty good.
Wait,
Yeah, isn't
really?
that kind of like ridiculous?
I don't think I've ever.
Isn't that
I
like
need to put that in
no
more
meme
light text.
kind of nuts?
I didn't know that that was a card.
I was also looking at All That Glitters that just recently came out last year, I believe it was.
Yeah, I think that was in Throne of Eldraine.
Yeah, enchant creature, just get 1/1 for each artifact or enchantment. That's like our whole thing. Just
Yeah,
yeah, just get stats and also get double strike. Just kill them. Just face roll them. Just do it.
yeah,
Just win. Hit face.
yeah. Pretty much.
And what do you got?
Uh, Death Render costs 4 mana. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, and whenever equipped creature dies, you may put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield and attach Death Render to it. It has an equip cost of 2. That's a one-time equip cost as long as you have creatures in
Oh
your
yeah,
hand. You could have big, scary angels if you want. You could have, you name it, right? It's because you're cheating. You always have a blocker, at least
Mhm.
one, and it's gonna be pretty strong. So then going on to, I mean, hey, with a card we all put in every single deck, Lightning Greaves. Play Halvar. Have Lightning Greaves out already. Put Lightning Greaves on Halvar. Halvar now has Double Strike. Lightning Greaves now reads Double Strike, which is kind of nuts because if it wasn't good enough
It
already,
reads Haste Shroud Double Strike for
yeah,
2.
yeah. Scythe of the Wretched. It's 2 mana. Equip cost 4, and equipped creature gets +2/+2. Whenever a creature dealt damage by equipped creature this turn is put into a graveyard, return that card to play under your control. Attach Scythe of the Wretched to that creature. So you kill one of their creatures, or you deal damage to it, or you
Yeah,
kill it, right?
yeah,
It goes to the graveyard. That comes back to your side of the
By
field.
the way, if you had a way to obtain Death Touch,
Or a pinger that has Death
mm-hmm,
Touch. Yeah,
as it turns out,
it could definitely see some play in some maybe mono black decks or red decks that just have pingers, red black stuff like that.
yeah. And then with Halvar,
That
it's also still giving him double strike.
Yeah, double strike. So you just take their creature and it's
Yeah,
inherently better because now it has
yeah,
double strike. Yeah.
strong.
Steel Shaper's Gift. 1 mana tutor. Search your library for an equipment card. Reveal that card. Put it in your hand. Then shuffle your library. With this, I'm probably finding Death Render, most likely. You know, pretty
Yeah,
good.
Death Render, Colossus Hammer, sometimes.
Well, there's one that I didn't tell you about, Alex, and I'm gonna get to it here in about 2 cards. Glint Hawk. It's one of the few white cards that are gonna bounce something back to your hand. So here's a scenario: you cast Halvar. Halvar costs 4. You casted him for 4. He died. Let's say he died a bunch. Now he costs 4 additional mana for commander
Oof.
attacks. Well, when you cast him for the other side, he's gonna cost technically 2 less, and then you can use the Glint Hawk to at least put them in your hand, so you can, set up a play later. And then that card I was telling you about, Alex. So it's Hammer of Nazan. It costs 4 mana. It's a legendary artifact equipment that costs 4 to equip.
Okay, so it costs nothing to
Whenever,
equip. Okay, very cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
very
you
cool.
got it. Whenever Hammer of Nazan or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. Uh-huh.
That just reads equip when enters.
ETB auto
Yeah,
attach.
all right.
Yep, ETB
Yeah,
auto attach. But I wasn't
yeah.
done,
Cheating with
Alex.
Halvar.
A equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has indestructible.
Huh.
Yeah.
It sure do be like that, don't it?
It in this case it definitely do be like
Huh,
that.
yeah.
All right, so our next commander, like we mentioned before, is going to be Toski. Toski is fantastic. So Toski is 3 and a green. Legendary creature, Squirrel. Squirrel commander. Here we go. Magic's getting nuts. This spell can't be countered. It has indestructible. Toski, Bearer of Secrets, attacks each combat if able, which obviously doesn't matter because it's indestructible, but you'll never have it as a blocker unless you have a way to
Oh,
untap
dude, he'll kill everything.
a
He's
creature.
too strong. He's
But
1/1,
I'm
dude.
let's be honest, there's too many cards in green that will untap a creature.
Oh, for
So
real.
whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card, and it's a 1/1. So you're probably gonna be making a bunch of tokens with this deck. One of the more obvious ones is gonna be probably elf tokens, but we chose a few cards that were different because, well, I mean, we're different.
We're
So
built different.
we're sometimes you're just built
For real.
different. So Alex, why don't you go and tell us some of the cards that you found for Toski, Bearer of
Yeah, I
Secret.
was looking at Beacon of Creation. All your forests, yeah, just get 1/1 insects in exchange for having them.
Yeah,
Still keep your
doesn't it?
forests. Okay, yeah.
Doesn't it?
Go wide. Let's
Don't
go
you
wide.
don't you also just shuffle that back
Yeah,
into the library
yeah.
as well?
Also get an increasing chance to just draw it again. Do it again.
Yeah, make a bunch of creatures, have them swing in. That beacon gets shuffled back in. Those creatures swing. You draw more cards.
For 3 and a green, good value. Especially talking
Oh
about
man, it's so
yeah.
good.
Alright, so at the bare minimum, because we're playing a mono green deck, we probably have 4 forests. Okay, so I have 4 insects. So I'm drawing 4 cards. But let's be honest.
Most likely on turn 4, people are still
Yeah, I was gonna say
ramping.
turn 4.
So
Like,
you're probably gonna
yeah,
hit.
turn 4. You're
Yeah,
hitting
you're
with
probably gonna hit.
what? 3 card draw. Strong.
General, yeah,
In exchange for
it's
like
gonna
4
be
mana. That's good.
well.
I'll take it.
Well, you'll have to have ramped to get Toski out
Oh
first.
no,
Otherwise, you're
that's
attacking
so
on turn
hard on
5.
green. What are we gonna do? We
Yeah.
only have access to the largest pool of ramp It's gonna be
Yeah, I
so
mean,
hard. And I was also taking a look at Triumph of the Hordes, which recently went up in price.
yeah, it went up in price a little while ago.
Two and then two green. Until the end of turn, creatures you control get 1/1, trample, and infect. Okay, so we're already going wide.
You only need 10 infect to kill somebody.
Ew.
It might have been different way back in the day, like back in your heydays,
I think it's
when
just
you
not
started
great.
playing.
Was also looking at Return of the Wild Speaker, 4 and a green. Choose one, draw a card equal to the greatest power of a non-human creature you control. Oh no, somebody's playing a board wipe. I'm gonna draw X amount of cards. Enjoy your board wipe. I'll take my card advantage. And
Yeah,
we also have the option of, if that's not gonna be useful for you, non-human creatures you control get 3/3. Okay, so we're going wide. So what if all of my 1/1 insects were 4/4 insects?
with trample and +1/+1 and
Yeah.
infect.
What if they were 5/5 trample infects? And I just said everybody's dead.
That's usually how mono green tokens
Yeah, I
go.
love it. I also liked Growing Rights of Illimok, legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, top 4 cards of your library, reveal them, or reveal a creature from among them, put it in your hand. The rest of them, bottom of your library at any order you want.
Yeah, so you kind of get a chance to have a little bit of card draw, see the top cards, get them out of the way. Hopefully, you don't get rid of something
Yeah,
good, but
it's worth it though.
for that creature and to get that growing
Oh
rights
yeah,
off, I mean,
the
yeah, it's
payoff.
worth.
The payoff is real.
What happens when you get what happens later? Like is that all it does?
No, at the beginning of your end step, 4 more creatures you control, transform it. Yeah. So what if it was, a forest? Okay, sure, whatever, not particularly useful. But what if it was a forest that gives you a green for every creature you control and tokens or creatures?
Hey Alex, that just sounds like Gaia's Cradle.
It really kind of does. Hmm.
Now that sounds exactly like
Yeah.
Gaia's
What if it
Cradle.
was just Gaia's Cradle?
But you said this was Growing Rights of
Yeah.
Itlimoc.
Yeah. It's Gaia's Cradle with extra steps.
Oh, so you're telling me that Growing Rights of Itlimoc is Gaia's Cradle good?
A little bit. A little bit strong.
Yeah, it does have that condition. But in a token deck, that's
Yeah,
not hard.
no. Oh no, my 80 million tokens. How am I gonna have 4 of them? We also looked at Tendershoot Dryad.
Any green deck, I love running him. He's kind of like my pet card, the card that I shouldn't put in every green deck, but I just can't help but to do it. Well, when you ramp so hard and you get him out on, I don't know, turn
Mm-hmm.
3, turn 4, and by the time everyone's done ramping, you have what 12 3/3 saprolings.
And then we also looked at Giant Adaphage. 5 green, 7/7. Anyway, he's also an insect that has trample, but whenever he does deal damage to a player, create a token of him, get another 7/7.
That has what effect?
That is him.
Giant Adaphage is going to attack. He deals damage. You're gonna make a Giant Adaphage. Next turn, you attack with 2 Giant Adaphage, and they both deal damage. You make 2 more Giant Adaphage and have 4 Giant
Yeah, and then you
Adaphage.
attack with 4 giant adaphage and have 8.
If you guys out there like math and multiplication, we do math here, and but math is just for blockers. And you're definitely not gonna be doing too much of that with Giant Adaphage. Make sure you go down below and you hit that subscribe button, you hit the like button, leave a comment to let us know how we're doing. Commander's Plate. It is an equipment, and you may want to think about putting this in Halvar because it costs 1. Its equip cost is Equip Commander 3, Equip 5. It has equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has protection from each color that's not in your commander's color identity. Yeah, pro black, red, blue, and white. Scrib Sprites. It costs 1 green mana. It's a 1/1 with flying. Well, you need creatures to do damage, right?
Yeah, we take that. Most of our ones don't even have words. That's so good.
Bow of Nylea. It's 1 green legendary enchantment artifact. Attacking creatures you control have death touch. You know you're not blocking that.
I know.
You know you're not blocking
just-
it. You're not
I just
blocking it.
want-
So it's very versatile here. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, or Bow of Nylea deals 2 damage to target creature with flying, or you gain 3 life, or put up to 4 target cards from your graveyard on the bottom of your library in any order. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and remember as always, untap and draw. Bye bye.